My wife, my mother, my sons are all very jealous that I'm meeting you tonight. My late grandmother would have been so proud. So you've inspired at least 4 generations of Indians all over the world. To many, you're an icon. Who's your icon?
Firstly, I don't believe what you're saying.
Well, it is true.
But,
I promise you.
But yes, I limit my inspiration to my parents, my father and my mother. My father, as perhaps some of you know, a great literature, poet, writer, and greatly inspired by him. My mother, she was a Sikh. It was an intercaste marriage, very unusual for the city of Allahabad, where I was born, where intercaste marriages were absolute taboo. That also a Sikh coming from what is now Pakistan. My mother was born in what is now Faisalabad in Lalpur. She studied and graduated from Government College Lahore. My grandfather was a lawyer who practiced from Karachi. And for her to, get married to my father, who belonged to Allahabad, very traditional, very conservative. But there were many things that my father believed in, and I incorporated in my life, and has always been an inspiration for me. Apart from all his poetry and all his writings, just the fact of who he was and how he portrayed life to me. Many a times when there would be, serious situations or situations when I felt I needed to talk to somebody, and I would go and talk and say, this is the problem, and there would always be a very simple answer. Man ka ho to acha, na ho to zyada acha. I studied in Sherwood College in Nainital, which is a missionary school. I was in boarding there. And every year we had an annual concert. And one of the years I won the Best Actor Cup, which was given by Mr. Jeffrey Kendall. Jeffrey Kendall, father-in-law of Shashi Kapoor. He used to travel all over India with his troupe called Shakespeareana, performing Shakespeare plays. And he had given a challenge cup for the best actor every year. And I won that cup the year before, and the next year I was again in their play, and it was, expected that I would win again. But a day or so before the show was to happen, I got measles and I was stopped from performing. And this was heartbreaking for me. So I was put in the infirmary in the school, and my father, and these are Founders Week events, and parents come up to see your children at that point of time. It's a great moment for us, my parents are going to come, I'm going to do this and that. And so my father came up and he just sat with me throughout the time. I could hear what was going on in the theater. The play that I was supposed to be working on, our school teacher who was training us for the play actually played that role eventually. Here we have a Sherwoodian, so he would know much about what I'm saying. So Millman Hall was down there, and the infirmary was up here. So while you sat there in the silence, you could hear what was happening there, and it's heartbreaking. But he sat with me and he gave me this lesson. Man ka ho to acha, na ho to zyada acha. If things happen according to your wish, good. If they do not, it's better. I said, I don't understand this. How can it be better? Then he said, कि अगर तुम्हारे मन का नहीं हो रहा है, तो ईश्वर के मन का हो रहा है. और ईश्वर जो है, वो हमेशा तुम्हारा अच्छा चाहेगा. If things don't happen according to your wish, it's happening according to the wish of the Almighty, and the Almighty will always want the best. So that's something that I've always lived with. There are many times when you face hurdles in life, and you say, okay, man ka nahi ho raha, अच्छा है, ना हो ज़्यादा अच्छा है.